Practicing Refrainment. July 11, 2014. Purity is the brightest flower amid a garden of glorious flowers. With this virtue you are able to approach and connect with the divine from the purest aspect of yourself. It is well established that beauty does not exist without purity. Purity keeps all goodness intact when you refrain from any acts that describe dishonor and corruption. The special glory of the human body representing purity is being spotless of loss through the practice of chaste. For the moment we speak of chastity, understand that there are no dishonest enjoyments that are compatible with chastity, because the purity of heart is similar as the mother of the pearl that does not allow a drop of water within its cavity, in order to develop and protect its precious cargo. It takes great strength to refrain from questionable acts of the flesh, or of any other temptation. Yet it is this great strength that will direct you to continue on the path of right and good. Purity is a virtue that every dear soul is in need of. Purity of your actions, from being loyal to your partner, to being loyal with your word and all else that fits in between, always brings out the best of a person and of any situation. Being devoted to bettering yourself, and improving the life of others because of your clear focus and pure of heart, is like heavenly honey that sweetens everything in life naturally. The dear souls that are not yet committed to any particular person has a different sense or view of purity than those that have committed themselves through marriage. Sensitive purity can teach you to push away overstimulated curious thoughts, and direct you to deny temptations that would lead you off course. There are many unwise young people of the world that have bright imaginations, yet are ignorant and foolish and persist to be near those that have the potential of bringing them harm through temptations and distractions that are not of the highest of good. Purity of actions, when taken fully as a serious way of life, is able to be in all areas of life, including married life, where every act is to be considered holy and all pleasures that are sought are through Him. Your home is also His home. Without purity in your actions, dear ones, you will be unable to feel God or see Him wherever your feet take you. Hope cannot live where one is still leading a corrupt way of life. Unshackle yourself from all that has caused impurities and discord of your being and return to the path that God has lit for you with His illuminating light. Allow His love guide you to the purity of your own heart, providing all your actions with goodness, love, and contentment while being in His divine presence. How does one maintain any amount of purity? The best way, dear ones, is to quickly turn away from the slightest thing or possibility that could lead you down an impure path, one filled with discord and disharmony. Don't try to tackle the temptation thinking you can save it or not be overwhelmed by it, because many impure temptations that seem tiny at first grow exceedingly fast, making it harder for you to break away later. Try to compare yourself to a glass. Every time there is a risk of a collision, there is always the possibility of breaking. Every time you allow yourself to be tempted, you are encouraging the collision of the glass, permitting the possibility that you could be broken and left shattered. Don't allow any one person to remove any part of your purity of nature. Be the protector of this sacred virtue. Purity comes from the heart, and as it takes shape it can fill your senses and thoughts and passions that come from the heart as well. Impure actions are found within any lack of modesty by seeing, hearing, speaking, smelling, or even from touching, and if the heart takes any kind of pleasure within any lack of modesty, a deeper impurity also takes place. The virtuous path of purity requires the soul to be pure, for the person to be honest and crystal clear in the hand, lips, eyes and ears, as well as the total body. There are many things that can blemish perfect, divine purity without being impure. Anything that decreases your intense sensitivity or casts a shadow over your good actions, weakens and sometimes causes your purity to become imperfect and blemished. It is always best to sidestep individuals that are overly bold, declaring they are wanting purity, as their bold actions are not actions of the heart, therefore impure. If you ever have any doubt, remember God is with you, seek His ear, lean into Him, and share your concerns and doubts. His energy, light and love is always pure. His direction will always be heart-sent, so it is vital to pay close attention to the subtle signals emitting from your heart, as it will be He communicating with you. Always remain true to yourself and fixed within the consciousness of Christ. God's glorious golden sun through prayer or even through meditation. Find peace through these moments and allow the peace to wash over you, returning all thoughts and being into acts of purity and chaste, allowing the remaining of your heart to fully open to God as the pure and spotless Lamb. You'll quickly discover both your heart and soul to be divinely purified of all stain of discord and disharmony, as you bask in His absolute mercy and glory. We understand that being perfectly chaste and being perfectly pure is something that many dear souls may have great struggles with, but we also know that there is always a place in your life that can benefit from purer acts and from you being able to refrain. Yes, it does take great discipline to say no to temptation, and to think before you speak or any other act that requires refinement with purity, but anything worth doing, worth striving for, was never meant to be easy, but all pure effort leads one to greater fulfillment and joy. And so it is. I'm Ascended Master, Serapis Bey through Julie Miller. SpiritualNetworks.com